So all week long, we've been putting the most popular diets to the test, and today we take a closer look at a long-running bestseller. I don't know if you've heard of this one, the Fat Flush Diet. Have you heard of that one? Okay. So joining us right now to weigh out the pros and cons of weight loss is our weight loss specialist, Dr. Melissa Hershberg. Nice to have you with us. So, the Fat Flush Plan. Okay, so tell me how it works.
Okay, so Fat Flush. We are going to flush our system of the fat, of the toxins. This is all about cleansing the liver. So we're going to focus on protein, carbohydrates, essential fatty acids, improve our detoxification, improve our metabolism, and lose the weight.
Okay, and so there's 3 phases to this.
That's right. So this is another one of the phase-based plans, which I like. So the first phase is always the hardest, the introductory phase. This is a low calorie, again, about 1,200 calories for the day. And what you're eating is unlimited.
Not a lot of calories.
I know.
I'm hungry already. I haven't even started phase 1. Okay, so talk to me about that.
So, so what you're eating is unlimited lean protein and vegetables. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot this week. Unlimited vegetables, unlimited lean protein. Great. You can also add in 2 fruits and 1 tablespoon of flax oil. So not a lot of food, but as you can see, lots of fluids. Okay? You're also going to be having 4 glasses of this cran water combination. So to make it, you take a pitcher, you put 28 ounces of water, and then you dilute it, or you make just sort of 4 ounces of cranberry in the water. So just about that much. So we're talking really diluted
Just
juice.
a little, yeah,
just a little bit. 4 throughout the day, and 2 long life cocktails, where you have the cran water, and you're adding a tablespoon of psyllium, or Metamucil.
And what does that do?
Well, that helps us go.
We're flushing. So you're eating 3 meals a day?
Yes, 3 meals a day, 3 meals, 2 snacks.
2 snacks.
Lots of fluids. Now, with the foods, okay, so here we have an example of an egg white omelet and vegetables. For a morning snack, we have half a grapefruit. For lunch, we're doing more veggies and salmon.
Fish, yeah.
Another fruit for a snack, an apple. And what I really like about this dinner, and what I want to point out, is we're having the turkey, we're having the vegetables, and then we're having spaghetti squash. So this is allowed in phase 1. And I don't know if you've ever tried spaghetti squash. It's great, and it's so easy to make. You buy it. I find the easiest way to do it is you buy it, pierce holes in it, throw it in the microwave for 25 minutes, cut it open, and just scoop out the strands. With your fork.
With the
fork.
Get the
so
fork.
easy.
Yeah.
If you want, if you're against the microwave and you want to do it in the oven, just as easy. But it's really nice, and it sort of gives you that carb feel when you're not having the carbs.
So phase 1, how long is phase 1 for?
Phase 1 lasts about 1 to 2 weeks.
And what am I going to see after 1 to 2 weeks?
Oh, you'll flush. You'll lose probably. You'll lose probably I would say about 10 pounds.
Where's Marilyn? She's in the bathroom.
Yeah, she's in the bathroom.
So she is. She's flushing.
Lots of fluids.
And they stress exercise, but with so little food, calories, I should say.
Exactly.
That'd be tough to do.
It's hard, but so in phase 1, you're not doing tons of exercise.
Yeah.
What she recommends is 5 minutes, and this sounds funny, but 5 minutes of bouncing per day. So things like jumping jacks or aerobics, 20 minutes of walking, and that's it per day, because the calorie intake is low.
Right. And somebody told me a long time ago, somebody that wrote an exercise book, they said, you have to understand, people want to lose weight, but a lot of people do not exercise. They don't move.
No, they don't
If you think about it, you go, to the store, and you go in, and you get in your car, and then you go home.
So
that's why they're doing that. Yeah,
we're so sedentary.
Yeah.
And the minutes add up. Moving, exercising is so important.
Okay. Now, phase 2.
All right.
I'm
so
feeling
phase
pretty
2,
good, but I'm really hungry.
Okay, so now we're adding in 2 carbohydrates, so 2 slowly digestible carbohydrates. So again, our delicious Ezekiel sprouted grain bread makes a reappearance, and the sweet potato. We've been seeing a lot of sweet potato this week, and one take-home message would be, this is a great food. If you haven't already incorporated it into your diet,
it's good.
Highly recommended.
Why do you love it again?
High in fiber, high in beta-carotene, and low calorie and filling, and it tastes good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, how long on this?
So again, another 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and what am I going to see after that?
At this point, weight loss will slow a little, as it should. I mean, because we're not losing just the water weight anymore. We're doing the real fat loss. I would say about 1 to 2 pounds a week.
Okay, now, are we having difficulties in this phase a little bit? Are we wanting a cookie?
Well, I think if you're like most people, I certainly would be wanting a cookie.
But I hear that most people have difficulty in phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2 is hard because now you feel like I've done the hard work of phase 1, I'm bringing in a bit of the carbs, and now I'm feeling like I want more. And a lot of people say it's easier just to go without it completely, than to try to bring it back. But it's about discipline, and if you're ready, you'll do it.
All right, now phase 3.
Phase 3, we get some fun foods back.
Look, popcorn.
Right. So now we can add in 2 more carbohydrates. So for an additional of 4. So we can still have our bread, our sweet potato. We can have crackers, 3 cups of popcorn. We get 2 dairy products now. As you've noticed, we haven't been having dairy for the first month. So an example would be, some yogurt or a skim milk, and we get an additional fat. So in addition to the 1 tablespoon of flax oil, we're now doing maybe a handful of nuts or a tablespoon of olive oil.
Now, what about exercise in this phase?
Exercise, we've increased it. So in phase 2, we're still doing that 5 minutes of bouncing. We're now doing 30 minutes of walking.
Yeah.
And in phase 3, you see the weights here. Now we're building the muscle to try to keep our metabolism revved.
What do you like about this?
Okay, what I like about this diet is they do have a good combination of protein, easy digestible carbohydrates, and essential fatty acids. I like the fact that it stresses exercise. I like that you're drinking a lot of water and eating high water foods.
And are you journaling too on this one too?
And I think that's excellent, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, you're keeping a food journal, and I encourage my patients to do this all the time. Everybody hates it, but it's so important.
Well, they say, if you write down whatever diet you're on, if you write down, your chances of being successful are much greater
Way
if you
higher.
write down.
It keeps you honest, for sure.
For sure.
And every time you put it in your mouth, it's like I call it the kitchen sink calories.
Yes.
The kitchen sink where you're not thinking about it and just eating.
Yeah, we've done
But
that.
if you got to write it down, you have to be aware of those calories.
And then what don't you like about it?
Well, it's very regimented. I mean, these are a lot of rules. I have a hard time remembering these rules, so I think it's difficult. It's very low calorie. I think men would have a hard time on this program, and it's hard to eat in restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, restaurants, even if you order fish or vegetables, they're done with more than 1 tablespoon of oil, and you can't cook with flax oil, so it's a little bit limiting in that regard.
And if you were to stay with this long-term effects?
Long term, I think if you stayed with this, you'd be lean, that's for sure. I think you'd feel good. I think you'd be digesting well.
Are there any health issues with this?
No, I think that this is a healthy, nutritious diet. You might be a little irritable. You might not be the funnest person to go out for dinner
I was going
with.
to say, something's got to be wrong with
you
this.
might not be the best.
And then before we find out what your rating is there no coffee or tea or any kind of caffeine?
Actually, she does allow. She allows a glass of organic coffee at breakfast time. Yeah, so you can have the coffee. You can get
I would be very irritable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No caffeine,
No
no sugar,
alcohol.
no alcohol.
Yeah.
You're not the funnest dinner date on this
No,
one.
I don't think so.
No.
Hey, what's your weight loss rating on this one?
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so the verdict is?
Overall, we're going to
Okay.
approve.
Approve!
As a lifestyle.
Tough one to do. Thanks a lot, Melissa. We'll see you
Thanks so
tomorrow.
much.
Okay, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. It's a tough